Alrighty, here we go. So my site is Sports Sizzle. It is a sports blog. That's the idea here. The name idea, kind of bit of a play on the letter S, I guess you could say. Bit of onomatopoeia going on there. As you can see here, I cover the hottest topics in sports, and cover some minor league stuff as well. We're going to look here at this article. Best beards in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. I interned for a team in that league, the Carolina Thunderbirds, so I thought it would be best to rank the best Movember mustaches in that particular league. You can see here all the teams, all the uniforms. I've got all the pictures going on. So the idea here is, to have a lot of detail, and of course the name is to cover the hottest topics in sports, and that's what's in my emails and all that kind of stuff. But I also want to cover lesser known stuff like this, because a lot of minor leagues like this kind of get thrown under the radar, and you'll see another one here in a second. This is just stuff to basically just to have a wide variety of content, because you're not always going to be able to cover everything. Somebody's going to get to it first, and your take on that topic might be the same take as somebody else's. So it's just repetitive, and it's not going to get many clicks if somebody already read the same article 20 minutes ago. So it's things like this. It's like ranking uniforms, like with the XFL here, which will debut in the spring. A new spring football league unveiled their uniforms the other night. It's just it's a good thing to have in the back pocket, because, like I said, you're not always going to be able to have, not always going to be able to jump the gun first on a lot of this kind of stuff. So, it's, as you can see here, every team's represented. I ranked them 10 to 1. It's some really cool uniforms, but you can kind of see the layout here of the site. It's pretty simple and pretty easy to navigate. Like I said, the idea is to get as much content on there as possible and get as many people to look at it as possible, and not just get people the news they want to see, but get people opinionated pieces, and that's the whole point, is to be more than just your basic sports news site. It's to give the takes that nobody's expecting here, as you can see here with the Lamar Jackson one, the Akeem Alou situation, the possible relocation of one of the teams in the FPHL, and then another jersey ranking article, and then an article I wrote a while back when I first built the site about the NASCAR playoffs, when they were starting to come down the stretch. We're going to go to the featured page. That's the article that I think got the most clicks at this point. And I've got sections for football right there. The Ron Rivera and the Lamar Jackson article, good examples of just sports news pieces that get put out. Baseball and basketball, I am planning on putting articles there at some point. This is something that I plan on putting forward beyond this class. So it's just good for my major, for broadcasting, to have writing and in your back pocket, have a writing portfolio. As you can see with this NHL alternate jersey rankings idea that I came up with here to rank those. And it's good to have a variety of content too. I think you can't just bombard people with takes on sports news. I think it ultimately comes down to variety, and I feel like I have a lot of that already, and I feel like I'm going to have a lot of that going forward. For the purposes of this project, I think that I'm not just going to put out basic stuff. I want to be as detail oriented, as you can see with the descriptions of these jerseys. I want to be as detail oriented as I possibly can, while still, keeping the integrity of what I'm trying to talk about. So I want to be detailed and I want to be opinionated with a lot of this stuff, but I also want to be fair and I want to be objectable to where I'm not biased. My favorite team is the Blues, and I ranked them third in this. I very easily could have ranked them first, but I wanted to be as objectionable as possible. And as you can see here, this article here dealing with the Akeem Aliu situation, which has to do with racism in hockey. That's a hot topic. It's a hot button issue, and that's what I plan on hitting a lot of on this site, as you can see here. And then we're going to move to the hockey page and the NASCAR page. So there's pages for everything. Excuse me. There's pages for everything. There's a lot of detail to the blog pages. Hot button issues, and then topics that people might not be aware of, leagues that people might not be aware of, to get as much content as possible. And I plan on, making this kind of my brainchild going forward, just to have things in the back pocket. Here's the Lamar Jackson article. Again, hot button issues. This is a potential NFL MVP here that we're talking about. People think he's undervalued. And like I said, that's it. That's all opinion, and that's what I plan to do here is just give takes on the hottest topics in sports sizzle. Thanks.